Have you ever wondered why a food you've eaten for decades suddenly starts to make you feel bloated, tired, or achy? You didn't change the recipe, you didn't change your routine, but somehow your body changed the rules. This is especially true when it comes to cheese after 60. The truth is, the wrong cheese can quietly damage your health, while the right cheese can become one of your most powerful allies. Here's the part most people never hear from their doctor. Once you pass 60, your stomach produces less acid and fewer enzymes that break down dairy proteins and fats. That means the wrong kind of cheese can leave you with more inflammation, higher cholesterol, and even blood sugar swings you didn't expect. But the right kind can actually help protect your bones, improve brain function, and keep your energy steady. Let's start with the dangerous side. Number 1, highly processed cheese slices. You know the kind, wrapped in plastic, neon-colored, and full of preservatives. These aren't really cheese. They're a chemical blend of dairy byproducts, emulsifiers, and artificial colors. They can spike inflammation and add to joint pain. Second, cheeses made from non-organic milk loaded with hormones and antibiotics. Those chemicals can disrupt your hormone balance, which at this stage of life is already more sensitive. Third, cheeses that are ultra-high in sodium, like heavily salted processed spreads. For many over 60, too much salt raises blood pressure and strains the kidneys. And fourth, sweetened cream cheeses or dessert-style spreads. The sugar content in these can silently fuel insulin resistance. Now the good news, there are cheeses you should eat every single day. Number 1, Parmesan from grass-fed cows. It's naturally low in lactose, rich in protein, and packed with calcium for strong bones. Number 2, goat cheese. It's easier to digest because its fat molecules are smaller and more compatible with aging digestion. Number 3, Pecorino Romano from sheep's milk, which is rich in anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats. And number 4, aged cheddar from grass-fed cows. The aging process reduces lactose, boosts nutrient density, and supports brain health thanks to vitamin K2. You see, it's not about cutting cheese from your life. It's about becoming selective. When you choose the right cheeses, you're fueling your body with nutrient-dense, easy-to-digest food that supports longevity. The wrong ones? They rob you quietly over time, leaving you wondering why your body feels older than it should. If you remember nothing else from today, remember this. Your plate is either medicine or a slow poison. Over 60, every bite matters more than ever. The choices you make now can add years to your life or life to your years. Choose wisely. Have you ever wondered why a food you've eaten for decades suddenly starts to make you feel bloated, tired, or achy? You didn't change the recipe. You didn't change your routine. You're still buying the same brand, the same flavor, and eating it in the same way. Yet somehow, your body no longer welcomes it the way it used to. That's because, as we age, especially after 60, your internal chemistry changes in ways most people aren't told about. Your digestive enzymes slow down, your gut lining becomes more sensitive, and your metabolism processes fats and proteins differently. What used to feel like a comforting snack now leaves you with heaviness in your stomach, stiffness in your joints, or a dull headache hours later. And here's the strange part. You might not even connect it to the food you ate. It's subtle, and it builds up over weeks, months, even years. This is why the very same cheese that once felt harmless can now quietly drain your energy and chip away at your health. But just as some cheeses can be a silent enemy, others can become one of your greatest allies, strengthening your bones, improving brain clarity, and keeping you energized. The key is knowing which is which, because after 60, the wrong choice doesn't just taste different. It changes how you feel every single day. Here's the part most people never hear from their doctor. Once you pass 60, your stomach produces less acid and fewer digestive enzymes, especially lactase, the one responsible for breaking down lactose in dairy. This isn't just about avoiding an upset stomach. It changes the way your entire body responds to cheese. Without enough stomach acid, proteins aren't broken down fully, which can lead to bloating, gas, or a lingering heaviness hours after eating. Fats from certain cheeses can remain in your system longer, making you feel sluggish and foggy. And when undigested particles pass into the small intestine, they can trigger inflammation, which shows up not only in your gut, but also in your joints, skin, and even your mood. What's even more surprising is how blood sugar can be affected, because poorly digested dairy proteins can lead to insulin spikes, even if the cheese doesn't taste sweet. Over time, this combination can chip away at your bone density, compromise heart health, and sap your energy. That's why understanding the right and wrong cheeses isn't just a matter of taste. It's a matter of protecting your vitality for the years ahead. Let's start with the dangerous side. The first cheese to avoid is the highly processed cheese slice, the kind that comes individually wrapped in shiny plastic with a color so artificial it could never come from milk alone. These aren't truly cheese at all. They're a cocktail of milk byproducts, emulsifiers, artificial colors, and preservatives. They melt perfectly on a burger, but they also melt away your health over time, feeding inflammation and slowing down your metabolism. The second to avoid is cheese made from non-organic milk that comes from animals treated with growth hormones and antibiotics. At your age, your hormonal balance is already more delicate, and these residues can disrupt it even further, leading to weight gain, fatigue, or mood swings you can't quite explain. The third is ultra-salty processed cheese spreads. They might taste rich and creamy, but the sodium content can silently raise your blood pressure and put extra strain on your kidneys. And the fourth danger is sweetened cream cheese or dessert-style spreads. Yes, those flavored varieties that seem like a harmless treat. The hidden sugars inside don't just affect your waistline. They can push you toward insulin resistance, making it harder for your body to regulate energy. Each of these cheeses might seem small in a single serving, but eaten regularly, they can accelerate the very problems you want to avoid in your 60s and beyond. Now, let's talk about the cheeses that can actually work for you, not against you. The first is Parmesan, specifically the kind made from grass-fed cow's milk. It's aged long enough to be naturally low in lactose, which makes it much easier for your body to digest. It's also loaded with protein and calcium, helping to keep your bones strong and your muscles supported. The second is goat cheese. Because the fat molecules in goat's milk are smaller than those in cow's milk, your body can break them down with far less effort, reducing digestive discomfort. It's also rich in beneficial fatty acids that support brain health. The third is Pecorino Romano, made from sheep's milk. This cheese is not only flavorful, but it also contains anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats, something most people over 60 desperately need more of. And the fourth is aged cheddar from grass-fed cows. The aging process lowers the lactose content, concentrates the nutrients, and boosts vitamin K2, which plays a critical role in moving calcium into your bones and out of your arteries. These cheeses aren't just easier to digest. They're nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory, and can actually contribute to stronger bones, better circulation, and sharper thinking. Eaten daily in moderate portions, they can become a quiet but powerful ally in keeping your body vibrant as you age. You see, it's not about removing cheese from your life. It's about becoming intentional with every choice. After 60, the difference between a cheese that harms you and one that helps you is not just taste, it's chemistry. The wrong cheese can feed chronic inflammation, raise your blood pressure, or strain your digestion without you realizing it. The right cheese, on the other hand, works almost like a supplement, delivering minerals, healthy fats, and vitamins in a form your body can actually use. Quality matters here more than ever. Cheese from grass-fed animals has a different nutrient profile than cheese from grain-fed, factory-farmed animals. Aging matters too. A well-aged cheese often has reduced lactose, more concentrated protein, and beneficial compounds that your gut can process more easily. Even the way you pair your cheese makes a difference. Combining it with fresh vegetables, healthy fats like olive oil, or fermented foods can help your digestion and nutrient absorption. It's about transforming cheese from a casual snack into a deliberate, health-building choice. At this stage in life, every bite has the potential to be medicine or a slow poison. The power is in knowing which is which and choosing with purpose. If you remember nothing else from this, remember this: food is never neutral. Every bite you take is either moving you toward health or away from it. After 60, your margin for error gets smaller, but your potential for improvement is still enormous. The choices you make now, something as simple as which cheese you put on your plate, can protect your heart, strengthen your bones, sharpen your mind, and keep you active for years to come. Or they can slowly wear you down, taking away your energy, your mobility, and your joy, bit by bit. The beauty is, you have the power to decide. Start by replacing the harmful cheeses with those that nourish and support you. Let your food be a daily investment in your future rather than a debt you'll have to pay later. Every meal is an opportunity. Every choice is a vote for the life you want to live. And the next time you reach for cheese, remember, you're not just feeding your hunger. You're shaping your tomorrow,